37.9 inches. That is nearly 3.5 feet of snow dumped on Providence, Rhode Island in a single storm. The blizzard of 1978 held that record for 48 years. We just shattered it in a matter of hours. And right now, with the wreckage of the blizzard of 2026 still being cleared from the streets, the next storm train is already loading up. Do you know when it hits your city? Stay right here, because in the next few minutes you are going to get a city-by-city breakdown covering more than 250 locations across this country, exact timing on 3 separate winter storms over the next 7 days, and a warning about something the Weather Prediction Center is quietly watching for the first few days of March that almost nobody is talking about yet. And stay with me until the 3-minute mark, because that is where things get truly alarming. First, let us make sure you understand the scale of what just happened. This was not a typical nor'easter. This was a bomb cyclone. The air pressure at the center of this storm dropped 40 millibars in just 24 hours. To put that in perspective, a 24 millibar drop in 24 hours is the threshold to earn the term bomb cyclone. This storm dropped 40. That is a rate of intensification more dramatic than most hurricanes ever achieve. By Monday morning, February 23, 2026, wind gusts near the coastline of Massachusetts and Rhode Island were approaching hurricane force. Quonset State Airport in North Kingstown, Rhode Island recorded a gust of 74 miles per hour. Gosnold, Massachusetts recorded the same. And all of that wind was loaded with snow falling at rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour, in some locations hitting an almost unbelievable 4 inches per hour, a rate that the Boston Globe's own meteorologist called unprecedented. Here is the city-by-city breakdown of what just happened, because you need this context to understand what is coming next. Providence, Rhode Island, the official recording station at TF Green International Airport, measured 37.9 inches of snowfall. That is the new all-time single storm record for the entire state of Rhode Island, smashing the previous record of 28.6 inches set on February 6th and 7th, 1978. Whitman, Massachusetts came in at 33.7 inches. Central Islip, New York recorded 31 inches. North Stonington, Connecticut hit 30.8 inches. Plymouth, Massachusetts, which took some of the worst of the wind-driven snow, recorded approximately 30 inches. Newport, Rhode Island measured 34 inches. Cranston, Rhode Island came in at 37 inches. Warwick, Rhode Island hit 36.2 inches. North Kingstown, Rhode Island recorded 35 inches. South Kingstown, Rhode Island landed at 34 inches. Pawtucket, Rhode Island reached blizzard criteria officially. Narragansett, Rhode Island clocked in at 29 inches. Warren, Rhode Island measured 35.5 inches. Providence City itself reported 36.1 inches at many measuring stations. Newark, New Jersey, when it crossed 27 inches by early afternoon, officially ranked as that city's second heaviest snowstorm on record, going all the way back to 1931. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania saw its heaviest single storm snowfall since January 2016. Boston, Massachusetts at Logan International Airport recorded 16.9 inches, with several suburbs pushing 20 to 25 inches. Milton, Massachusetts, just south of Boston, came in near 24 inches. New York City itself, all 5 boroughs, was under a blizzard warning, the first such warning issued there since March 2017. Manhattan saw blizzard conditions. Long Island, from Jamaica to central Islip and extending all the way out to Montauk, received widespread totals of 20 to 31 inches. Now here is the number that puts all of this in perspective. Over 600,000 households lost power at the height of this storm. More than 284,000 of those were in Massachusetts alone. At least 4 confirmed fatalities. More than 10,000 flights canceled over the course of this event. States of emergency declared in Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Statewide travel bans in effect across multiple states. New York City closed every bridge, highway, and street to traffic from 9 p.m. Sunday through noon Monday. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani said directly, "We have not seen a storm like this in a decade." Now drop a comment below telling us what city you are in and what your snow total was from this storm. We want to build the most complete picture possible, and your report matters. So here is the question you need to answer right now. Is winter done? Because some of you in the Midwest, the South, and even parts of the Mountain West are watching this and wondering whether all of this chaos is finally behind us. The answer, and I want to be very direct about this, is no, not even close. What comes next is actually the part of this forecast that the Climate Prediction Center has officially flagged and what the National Weather Service Weather Prediction Center issued guidance on just this morning, Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. Here is the storm train, piece by piece, city by city. Storm number 1 is happening right now, today, Tuesday, February 24th. While the blizzard of 2026 is still winding down and gusty winds are still raking across New England through this morning, a completely separate system is already in motion. This is what meteorologists call an Alberta Clipper, a fast-moving, cold air-driven storm system that originates in Alberta, Canada, and races southeast across the Great Lakes. Today, S. Clipper is sweeping across Wisconsin, Michigan, and northern Illinois. If you are in Green Bay, Wisconsin, expect light to moderate snow through midday today, somewhere in the range of 1 to 3 inches. If you are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, light snow showers are possible through this afternoon, accumulations likely staying under 2 inches in the city. Madison, Wisconsin, light snow showers this morning and through early afternoon, 1 to 2 inches. Marquette, Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, this is your spot to watch today. Heavy lake effect enhanced snow is possible through this afternoon, with localized amounts near 5 to 7 inches in some bands. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, similar story, 3 to 5 inches possible with heavier pockets. Traverse City, Michigan, 2 to 4 inches today. Grand Rapids, Michigan, light snow showers 1 to 2 inches. Lansing, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches of light snow. Detroit, Michigan, flurries to light snow under 1 inch likely in the city itself. Toledo, Ohio, light snow possible late this afternoon. Cleveland, Ohio, watch for light to moderate snow developing this afternoon and evening, 1 to 3 inches possible with heavier amounts near the Lake Erie shoreline. Erie, Pennsylvania, potentially 3 to 5 inches today with lake enhancement. Buffalo, New York, 2 to 4 inches, the lake effect machine adding to already significant snowpack. Rochester, New York, 1 to 3 inches. Syracuse, New York, 1 to 2 inches from today's Clipper. Now let us talk about what is already happening in the Northeast from today into Wednesday morning. Even as the big storm makes its exit toward Atlantic Canada, lighter snowfall will continue to fall across interior New England and Long Island through today and into Wednesday morning. Boston, Massachusetts, 1 to 2 additional inches possible Wednesday morning. Providence, Rhode Island, dusting to 1 inch on top of everything already there. Hartford, Connecticut, light snow possible Wednesday morning, under 1 inch. Springfield, Massachusetts, under 1 inch. Worcester, Massachusetts, 1 inch possible. Portland, Maine, 1 to 2 inches from a separate Clipper energy moving through Wednesday. Bangor, Maine, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday. Burlington, Vermont, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday. Albany, New York, 1 to 2 inches from the Clipper energy passing through. New York City, light snow possible Wednesday morning, dusting to 1 inch at most. Comment below your city. Let us know exactly when snow starts and stops at your location. Now we arrive at storm number 2, and this is the one I want you to pay very close attention to. It begins as moisture from an atmospheric river event that is currently hammering the Pacific Northwest and Northern California, and that energy will cross the Rockies and consolidate into a significant storm system Thursday and Friday, February 26th and 27th. The National Weather Service Weather Prediction Center noted in its Tuesday morning forecast discussion that by the weekend, broad troughing will dominate across southern Canada and east of the Rockies. Here is what that means for you. For the Midwest and Great Plains, a new low-pressure system develops Thursday over the Central Plains. Snow and wintry mix will spread across a wide area. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Light to moderate snow begins Thursday afternoon, 1 to 3 inches likely by Friday morning. Rapid City, South Dakota, snow showers Thursday, 1 to 2 inches. Fargo, North Dakota, light snow Thursday evening, 1 to 3 inches. Bismarck, North Dakota, snow showers Thursday night, 1 to 2 inches. Minneapolis, Minnesota, light to moderate snow develops Thursday evening and continues through Friday morning, 2 to 4 inches possible. St. Paul, Minnesota, same as Minneapolis, 2 to 4 inches. Duluth, Minnesota, 2 to 4 inches with lake enhancement possible up to 5 or 6 inches. Green Bay, Wisconsin, second round of snow, 2 to 4 inches Friday. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 1 to 3 inches Friday. Madison, Wisconsin, 2 to 3 inches Friday. Chicago, Illinois, 1 to 3 inches from Friday S system, primarily in the northern suburbs. Rockford, Illinois, 2 to 4 inches. Peoria, Illinois, 1 to 2 inches. Des Moines, Iowa, light snow possible Thursday into Friday, 1 to 2 inches. Davenport, Iowa, 1 to 2 inches. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 1 to 2 inches. Kansas City, Missouri, this storm brings a mixed precipitation setup. Light sleet or freezing rain is possible Thursday night before changing to plain rain Friday as warmer air surges north. Primarily a rain event for Kansas City, but watch for icy roads Thursday night. St. Louis, Missouri, similar story, mixed precipitation Thursday night, watch for ice. Omaha, Nebraska, light snow Thursday 1 to 2 inches. Lincoln, Nebraska, light snow Thursday 1 inch. For the south and severe weather risk. Here is the part of this forecast that the Storm Prediction Center is watching very closely. Thursday, February 26th, as warm, moist Gulf air surges ahead of this storm, there is a developing risk of organized severe weather across the Tennessee Valley and what forecasters call Dixie Alley. The areas currently being monitored include northern Alabama, including Huntsville and Decatur, northern Mississippi, including Tupelo, southern Tennessee, including Memphis and potentially Nashville, northwestern Georgia, including Rome and portions north of Atlanta, southeastern Tennessee, including the Chattanooga area. The threats with any severe weather Thursday include damaging winds, large hail, and an isolated tornado risk. This is February, which means tornadoes are absolutely possible. If you are in any of these areas, you need to have your weather apps updated, know where your nearest shelter is, and have a plan. Do not dismiss this because it is not summer. The tornadoes that struck the South in late January 2025 and the ice storms of early 2026 already prove that extreme weather does not take a calendar-based vacation. Specific timing for the severe weather threat. Watch Thursday from noon onward across Mississippi and Alabama, then from mid to late afternoon into northern Alabama and northern Georgia, then Thursday evening from approximately 5 p.m. onward across southern Tennessee and western North Carolina. Atlanta, Georgia, primarily a rain event Thursday with some thunder possible. Thursday evening, no significant snow expected. Macon, Georgia, heavy rain Thursday. Savannah, Georgia, heavy rain, potential for gusty thunderstorms Thursday evening. Jackson, Mississippi, severe weather possible. Thursday, watch from noon through evening. Birmingham, Alabama, moderate to high risk for severe weather. Thursday, watch from early afternoon through evening. Huntsville, Alabama, active watch zone for Thursday. Nashville, Tennessee, rain changing to possible thunder Thursday evening. Memphis, Tennessee, severe weather possible Thursday. Now here is what that same storm does to the northeast. On the north side of this Thursday to Friday system, another area of heavy snow develops across the mid-Atlantic and northeast corridor. Maryland, specifically Baltimore and the surrounding suburbs, could pick up 2 to 4 additional inches Thursday into Friday. Washington, D.C., 2 to 3 additional inches Thursday night into Friday morning. Northern Virginia, 2 to 3 inches. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2 to 4 inches on top of everything already there. New Jersey, 2 to 4 inches, heavier near the shore. Long Island, New York, 2 to 4 inches. New York City, 2 to 3 inches. Connecticut, 2 to 4 inches, heaviest in the interior. Rhode Island, 2 to 4 inches on top of the record-shattering amounts already on the ground. Massachusetts, 2 to 4 inches, heavier south of Boston and along the Cape. And here is a critical point. This snow is not going to melt before the next system arrives. Temperatures in the northeast are going to remain below freezing for the foreseeable future. Every inch that falls is an inch that stays. Now let us talk temperatures across the country because this is another part of the story that is almost unbelievable. At the same time, the Northeast is buried under 3 feet of snow with more on the way. Temperatures in parts of the country are reaching levels that are simply extraordinary for late February. Today, Tuesday, February 24th, high temperatures in Kansas are already in the 70s. Parts of Oklahoma are touching 75 to 78 degrees. Dallas, Texas, expect temperatures near 80 degrees by this weekend. By late Saturday and early Sunday, temperatures in Texas could be approaching 90 degrees Fahrenheit. San Antonio, Texas, near 85 degrees by Sunday. Houston, Texas, low 80s by the weekend. This is the temperature roller coaster that forecasters are describing. On one end, you have Providence, Rhode Island, sitting under nearly 4 feet of snow with thermometers in the teens. On the other end, you have Texas approaching record warm February temperatures at the same time. That clash of air masses is exactly what fuels these dangerous storm systems that keep slamming the middle and eastern portions of this country. Here is the forecast by region, city by city, for this weekend and the transition into March. Pacific Northwest. Seattle, Washington. Rain continues through Wednesday with mountain snow in the Cascades. Portland, Oregon. Heavy rain through Wednesday. Flood watch possible in some lower valleys due to the atmospheric river. Eugene, Oregon. Heavy rain through Wednesday. Bend, Oregon. Snow in the higher terrain, rain at lower elevations. Rocky Mountain West. Denver, Colorado. After the Clipper brings 1 to 2 inches Wednesday, a brief warm-up Thursday before colder air returns. Watch for a second shot of mountain snow over the weekend. Colorado Springs, Colorado. 1 to 2 inches Wednesday. Salt Lake City, Utah. Snow showers continue in the higher terrain with valley rain or light snow possible Wednesday. Boise, Idaho. Heavy mountain snow ongoing in the ranges, valley rain through Wednesday. Northern Plains and Great Lakes. Billings, Montana. Cold and breezy with light snow possible. Great Falls, Montana. Cold, wind chills below 0 through Wednesday morning. Rapid City, South Dakota. Cold rebound after Thursday storm, back near 20 degrees by the weekend. Minneapolis, Minnesota. After Thursday's 2 to 4 inches, temperatures drop sharply Saturday behind the Arctic front. High temperatures Saturday only in the upper teens in Minneapolis. Duluth, Minnesota. Single-digit highs possible by Sunday. Chicago, Illinois. Temperatures climb into the upper 40s Friday before crashing back into the 20s by Sunday as the next Arctic front blasts through. Midwest and Ohio Valley. Columbus, Ohio. Rain changing to snow Thursday evening, 1 to 3 inches possible Friday. Cincinnati, Ohio. Light snow possible Thursday night, 1 to 2 inches. Indianapolis, Indiana. 1 to 2 inches possible Thursday into Friday. Louisville, Kentucky. Light snow possible Thursday night, watch for icy roads. Cleveland, Ohio. 2 to 4 inches Thursday into Friday. Lake enhancement possible. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 2 to 4 inches Thursday into Friday. Mid-Atlantic, Baltimore, Maryland, 2 to 4 inches Thursday into Friday. Washington, D.C., 2 to 3 inches. Richmond, Virginia, 1 to 2 inches Thursday night. Norfolk, Virginia, primarily rain with a brief period of light snow possible. Roanoke, Virginia, 2 to 3 inches. Northeast, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2 to 4 inches. Allentown, Pennsylvania, 3 to 5 inches. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 3 to 5 inches. New York City, 2 to 3 inches. White Plains, New York, 3 to 4 inches. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 2 to 4 inches. New Haven, Connecticut, 3 to 5 inches. Hartford, Connecticut, 3 to 5 inches. Springfield, Massachusetts, 3 to 5 inches. Worcester, Massachusetts, 3 to 5 inches. Boston, Massachusetts, 2 to 4 inches. Providence, Rhode Island, 2 to 4 inches. Manchester, New Hampshire, 2 to 4 inches. Concord, New Hampshire, 2 to 4 inches. Portland, Maine, 2 to 4 inches. Bangor, Maine, 2 to 4 inches. Burlington, Vermont, 2 to 4 inches. Albany, New York, 3 to 5 inches. Syracuse, New York, 3 to 5 inches. Rochester, New York, 3 to 5 inches. Buffalo, New York, 3 to 5 inches, plus lake effect potential. Southeast, Charlotte, North Carolina, primarily rain Thursday, brief period of light snow possible Friday morning as temperatures drop. Raleigh, North Carolina, mostly rain Thursday, light snow possible Friday morning. Greensboro, North Carolina, mix of rain and snow possible Thursday night. Durham, North Carolina, mostly rain. Asheville, North Carolina, 1 to 2 inches possible Thursday night. Columbia, South Carolina, rain only. Greenville, South Carolina, rain only. Charleston, South Carolina, rain only. Atlanta, Georgia, rain. Thursday through Friday, no significant snow expected. Augusta, Georgia, rain only. Savannah, Georgia, heavy rain, strong thunderstorms Thursday evening. Jacksonville, Florida, rain, potential thunderstorms Thursday. Orlando, Florida, partly cloudy with rain, chances Thursday. Tampa, Florida, partly cloudy, rain chances Thursday evening. Miami, Florida, dry and pleasant through the week. Gulf Coast, New Orleans, Louisiana, mostly dry this week, mild temperatures. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, dry and mild. Mobile, Alabama, rain possible Thursday. Pensacola, Florida, rain possible Thursday. Biloxi, Mississippi, rain possible Thursday. Gulfport, Mississippi, rain possible Thursday. Houston, Texas, warm and muggy, isolated thunderstorm possible Thursday. Austin, Texas, warm, mid-70s through Friday before cooling slightly over the weekend. San Antonio, Texas, warm, near 80 by the weekend. South Central and Plains, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, warm through Thursday. Watch for strong thunderstorms Thursday as the system sweeps through. Tulsa, Oklahoma, same as Oklahoma City. Little Rock, Arkansas, rain and possibly severe weather. Thursday. Shreveport, Louisiana, rain Thursday. El Paso, Texas, pleasant, mid-60s and sunny. Albuquerque, New Mexico, pleasant, mid-50s. Now, I told you there was something coming in the first few days of March that almost nobody is talking about yet. It is time to deliver on that promise. The Climate Prediction Center, which is the long-range forecast arm of the National Weather Service, has already placed a slight risk of heavy snowfall across the Northeast for the first few days of March. The Weather Prediction Center's extended forecast discussion released at 2:55 in the morning on Tuesday, February 24, 2026, states specifically, as the high pressure retreats off to the northeast, Pacific shortwave energy and moisture may overrun this colder air mass Monday into Tuesday, meaning March 2nd and March 3rd, bringing a wintry precipitation threat to portions of the Mississippi Valley into the mid-Atlantic and northeast. That is the Weather Prediction Center using the words wintry precipitation threat for the first week of March. Now, it is not time to panic about a number yet. The models still show significant uncertainty about exactly how this evolves. But here is what the Global Forecast System, the GFS model, is currently showing. A large area of snow, freezing rain, and sleet developing across Iowa, back into Kentucky, across central Illinois, and then consolidating into what could be a significant winter storm across the Ohio Valley and back into the Northeast around March 2nd and 3. If this scenario plays out anywhere near what the GFS is hinting at, the Northeast could be facing a third major winter storm in just 10 days. Here is what you need to know about the timing for the potential early March system. For the Midwest, Iowa, northern Missouri, southern Wisconsin, this system could begin as early as the evening of Sunday, March 1st. For the Ohio Valley, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, potential onset Monday, March 2nd, sometime around the midday to early afternoon hours. For the Mid-Atlantic, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, potential onset late Monday, March 2nd into early Tuesday, March 3rd. For the Northeast, New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, potential onset Tuesday, March 3rd, with the heaviest impacts possibly Tuesday into Wednesday. This is still nearly a week away, and the models have significant disagreement. But the Climate Prediction Center, NOAA's own long-range forecast team, is flagging it. You need to know it is out there. Drop a comment with your city and let us know if you are ready for another potential storm in the first week of March. Tell us where you are watching from, and we will track this together. Now let us talk about February events and how this weather has changed everything. The Daytona 500, which ran on February 15th, actually had weather as a factor that week. NASCAR moved the green flag time up by 1 full hour to approximately 2:15 in the afternoon Eastern Time, specifically because of incoming storm concerns. The decision ended up being the right one as conditions deteriorated by mid to late afternoon. Daytona Beach, Florida itself stayed mostly dry for the race, but the fact that race officials felt the need to move the start time tells you everything about how aggressive this winter has been, even in Florida. Daytona Beach Bike Week is scheduled for February 27th through March 8th, 2026. If you are planning on heading to Daytona Beach for Bike Week, the good news is Daytona Beach itself is expected to be mild and pleasant during that window, with temperatures in the mid-60s to low 70s and mostly sunny skies. The storm track that is hitting the Northeast and Midwest is not a concern for Daytona Beach. However, riders heading south from the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic need to be aware that roads through Virginia, the Carolinas, and Georgia may have patches of ice, especially overnight and in the early morning hours in the first few days of that window, as residual cold air from the Arctic front keeps overnight temperatures near or below freezing in those regions. Mardi Gras in New Orleans reached its peak with Fat Tuesday in early to mid-February 2026. That period saw a storm system push some rain and strong thunderstorms into the Gulf Coast region, but the core of the celebration in New Orleans was not significantly impacted. If you attended Mardi Gras this year, you experienced one of the better weather windows of an otherwise brutal month for most of the country. Now, Let us bring this all together with a full disaster and natural hazard update for the United States, because winter storms are only one part of the story. This winter of 2025 into 2026 has been classified by AccuWeather as one of severe impact across dozens of Midwest and Northeast cities. The Weather Prediction Center has tracked 14 significant winter weather events so far this season, with 5 rated on the Regional Snowfall Index. 1 has attained the ranking of major, which is Category 3 on that scale. The January 23rd through 27, 2026 winter storm, which preceded the February blizzard by less than a month, was itself historic. Over 230 million people across 40 states were affected. Damages from that storm are estimated in excess of $4 billion. A private aircraft carrying 6 people crashed during takeoff at Bangor International Airport in Maine due to storm conditions, killing all aboard. Multiple states, including Indiana, Missouri, and Kansas, declared states of emergency or disaster declarations. 800,000 households lost power. The January 31st through February 2nd storm hit the southern Appalachians and the Carolinas. Charlotte saw a foot of snow. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina saw 6 inches, which is an almost unheard of total for that coastal city. Nashville and other parts of Tennessee were buried. That system came less than a week after the previous one was still being cleaned up, and then came the February 22 through 24 blizzard of 2026, which we have already detailed extensively. Let me give you the summary numbers one more time so they sink in. 40 million people under blizzard warnings. Over 10,000 flights canceled. 6 states of emergency declared. 600,000 households without power. At least 4 confirmed deaths. Snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour, unprecedented in the modern record for Providence, Rhode Island. A pressure drop of 40 millibars in 24 hours in the bomb cyclone, more intense than many hurricanes. And the all-time snowfall record for the state of Rhode Island shattered by over 9 inches. In California and the Pacific Northwest, the atmospheric river events hitting this week are bringing their own concerns. Heavy rain is falling along the northern California coast, the western Oregon coast, with heavy mountain snow in the Cascades and Sierra Nevada. Snow levels in the Oregon Cascades are above 7,000 feet, which limits valley impacts, but in central Idaho and western Wyoming, snow levels are sitting between 5,000 and 6,000 feet, making mountain travel dangerous. The Weather Prediction Center puts the probability of 8 or more inches of snow in the Tetons and Wind Rivers at 50 to 80% for the next 2 days. If you're traveling through those mountain corridors this week, carry chains, carry supplies, and check road conditions before you go. Fire weather is also a concern in a surprising location this week. Strong winds and dry conditions are promoting elevated to critical fire weather conditions across southeastern Colorado into the southern plains and extending into the Ozarks. If you are in those areas, extreme caution with any outdoor burning or any potential spark source. Now let me give you the temperature timeline for the next 7 days by region, because this matters for how you plan your week. Tuesday, February 24th today. Arctic air along the east coast with temperatures 10 to 20 degrees below normal from the Carolinas north to New England. Highs only in the single digits to low teens across interior New England. Highs in the 20s from Philadelphia to New York. Meanwhile, Kansas is in the 70s. Welcome to the temperature roller coaster. Wednesday, February 25th, the Arctic air begins to retreat from the East Coast. Highs climb back into the 20s and 30s across most of the Northeast. Chicago climbs to the low 40s. Kansas City hits the upper 50s. Denver climbs to the low 50s. Thursday, February 26th. The storm system for the day brings a dramatic pattern. Warm air surging ahead of the low. Kansas City in the low 60s Thursday before the front. Dallas, Texas touches 80. The Gulf Coast stays warm. But severe weather risk area sees volatile mixing of warm Gulf air and cold Canadian air. Behind the front, Thursday night, temperatures crash back across the Midwest. Chicago back into the low 30s, Thursday night. Friday, February 27th. Spring, light conditions spread across much of the Great Plains and into the Ohio Valley. Kansas City climbs back to 65 degrees. St. Louis hits 58, but the Northeast stays cold, with highs in the 30s for New York and low 30s for Boston and Providence. Saturday, February 28th. Texas approaches 85 to 90 degrees. Oklahoma City reaches the mid-70s. Kansas City in the upper 60s. Meanwhile, Minneapolis is only reaching the upper 20s Saturday before the Arctic front hits. Boston is stuck in the 30s. The temperature spread across the country Saturday is going to be nearly 60 degrees, from the upper teens in northern Minnesota to near 90 in southern Texas. That is not normal. That is a broken weather pattern that keeps feeding these violent storm systems. Sunday, March 1st. Arctic front blasts across the northern tier. Minneapolis drops to a high near 20. Chicago falls back to the low 30s. The Northeast stays cold. And the brewing potential early March storm system starts to become a more definable threat. Watch your local forecasts very closely this weekend. Monday, March 2nd through Tuesday, March 3rd. The potential early March winter storm takes shape if the models verify. Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and the Northeast are all on watch. More on this in our next update. Before we leave you today, let us talk about something important. Severe weather season is right around the corner. March, April, and May are the heart of tornado season in the United States. The clash between the retreating Arctic air and the increasingly warm and moist Gulf air that we are already seeing in the forecasts for late February is the exact recipe that spawns tornadoes and destructive thunderstorms. We already have the Storm Prediction Center watching the Tennessee Valley and Dixie Alley this coming Thursday. That is a preview of what the next several months are going to look like. If you are in the South, the Plains, or anywhere in Tornado Alley, now is the time to make sure your weather alert system is functioning, that you know the difference between a watch and a warning, and that every member of your household knows where to shelter. There is a saying among meteorologists, March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Based on everything we are seeing in the current pattern, March 2026 may come in roaring. The first system hitting around March 2nd and 3 is something the Climate Prediction Center has already flagged. And beyond that, the jet stream pattern that has been locked in place all winter, keeping the Northeast cold and storm-prone, does not show signs of breaking down completely anytime soon. Let us give you a complete summary of what is coming and when, city by city, in a form you can reference. For the Great Lakes region today, Tuesday, Green Bay 1 to 3 inches, Milwaukee 1 to 2 inches, Madison 1 to 2 inches, Marquette 5 to 7 inches, Sault Ste. Marie 3 to 5 inches, Traverse City 2 to 4 inches, Grand Rapids 1 to 2 inches, Detroit light snow under 1 inch, Cleveland 1 to 3 inches, Erie 3 to 5 inches, Buffalo 2 to 4 inches, Rochester 1 to 3 inches, Syracuse 1 to 2 inches. For Wednesday, light snow continues across interior New England and Long Island. Boston 1 to 2 additional inches. Providence dusting to 1 inch. Hartford under 1 inch. Portland, Maine 1 to 2 inches. Burlington, Vermont 1 to 2 inches. Albany 1 to 2 inches. For Thursday through Friday, Chicago 1 to 3 inches Friday, Rockford 2 to 4 inches, Minneapolis 2 to 4 inches, Fargo 1 to 3 inches, Cleveland 2 to 4 inches, Pittsburgh 2 to 4 inches, Columbus 1 to 3 inches, Baltimore 2 to 4 inches, Washington, D.C. 2 to 3 inches, Philadelphia 2 to 4 inches, New Jersey 2 to 4 inches, New York City 2 to 3 inches, Connecticut 2 to 4 inches, Massachusetts 2 to 4 inches, Rhode Island 2 to 4 inches. For severe weather Thursday. Watch zone includes Huntsville, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Tupelo, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Rome, Georgia, Gainesville, Georgia. Primary threats are damaging winds and isolated tornadoes. Watch period is roughly noon through midnight Thursday. For the potential early March storm around March 2nd and 3, Iowa onset Sunday night. March 1st. Ohio Valley onset midday to early afternoon Monday, March 2nd. Mid-Atlantic onset late Monday through early Tuesday. Northeast onset Tuesday into Wednesday, March 3rd and 4. Confidence is still moderate. Models have disagreement, but the signal is there. Now here is something not enough people are paying attention to. The Rhode Island congressional delegation has already formally asked President Trump for an emergency declaration to help the state recover from the blizzard of 2026. Roads in Providence were so overwhelmed Monday that police towed more than 300 cars and ticketed more than 1,200 before temporarily stopping operations because conditions made it impossible to continue. Snowplows were getting stuck in the snow themselves, At one point, a police officer and a city plow were seen trying to dig a tow truck out of the snow on Wickenden Street in Providence. And the utility company Rhode Island Energy has said that power restoration in some areas could take up to 72 hours. That means some people in Rhode Island and Massachusetts may not have power restored until the end of this week, which is the same window when the next round of snow arrives. Think about that. People are still without heat, still without power, still digging out from nearly 4 feet of snow, and the forecast calls for another 2 to 4 inches by the weekend and potentially a third major system in the first week of March. That is not just a weather story. That is a human crisis unfolding in slow motion. If you have family or friends in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, or New York, check on them now. Older neighbors are particularly at risk during extended power outages and cold weather. Hypothermia is a real risk, and it can develop more quickly in homes that lose heat than many people realize. And for anyone who has been through the blizzard and still has to dig out, the National Weather Service meteorologist who briefed the public Sunday reminded everyone about cardiac risks from shoveling. The snow that fell in this storm was described as deceptively heavy, wet, and thick. Please take breaks. Please do not overdo it. And if you have any heart conditions or are not in strong physical condition, please ask for help rather than risking your health. Here is a final point before we close today and give you a preview of what is coming in our next update. This season has seen 14 significant winter weather events and counting according to the Weather Prediction Center. We had one storm that affected 230 million people in January. We had record-setting ice storms in the Carolinas. We had the blizzard of 2026 that shattered all-time snowfall records in Rhode Island. And we still have 3 more potential storms in the next 10 days on the active board. This is one of the most active and severe winters on record for the Midwest and Northeast. The 2025 to 2026 winter has already been classified as severe across dozens of cities. December 2025 was the coldest December in New York City since 2010. The ice on the Hudson River was so thick in late January 2026 that all New York City ferry routes were suspended for multiple days. This winter is not over. And the combination of this winter-esque aggression and the approaching severe weather season of spring means that the weather story for this country is going to keep commanding your attention in the weeks ahead. Our next update will cover the developing March potential winter storm in much greater detail as model guidance sharpens over the next 24 to 48 hours. We will also begin covering the severe weather setup that is coming for the South in the first 2 weeks of March, because that is going to be a major story. Tornado season does not officially knock before entering, and right now, all of the ingredients are starting to come together. Drop your city in the comments. Tell us if you were hit by the blizzard of 2026, what your totals were, and whether you are ready for what comes next. Every single location you give us helps build a complete picture of this extraordinary winter season. Now let us do something that almost no weather video has ever done. Let us go through the complete storm timing city by city for all 3 systems, region by region, so that no matter where you live in America, you can look up your city, get your timing, and make your plan. Write this down, print it out, share it with your neighbors, starting with storm number 1, the Alberta Clipper, active right now, Tuesday, February 24th through Wednesday, February 25th. Upper Midwest and Great Lakes, Duluth, Minnesota. Snow starts Tuesday morning, peaks late Tuesday afternoon, ends Tuesday evening. Total 1 to 3 inches, possibly 5 and heavier bands near the lake. Superior, Wisconsin, similar to Duluth, 1 to 3 inches. Wausau, Wisconsin, light snow showers Tuesday afternoon, dusting to 1 inch. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, light snow dusting to 1 inch. La Crosse, Wisconsin, light snow dusting. Green Bay, Wisconsin, moderate snow develops Tuesday midday, peaks afternoon, tapers Tuesday evening. Total 1 to 3 inches. Sheboygan, Wisconsin, light snow, under 1 inch. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, snow showers Tuesday afternoon and evening, under 2 inches. Madison, Wisconsin, snow showers Tuesday, 1 to 2 inches. Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, light snow, 1 inch. Janesville, Wisconsin, light snow, under 1 inch. Marquette, Michigan, heavy snow develops Tuesday afternoon with lake enhancement, peaks Tuesday evening into early Wednesday, ends Wednesday noon, 3 to 7 inches. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, heavy snow Tuesday evening through Wednesday morning, 3 to 6 inches. Iron Mountain, Michigan, 2 to 4 inches. Escanaba, Michigan, 2 to 3 inches. Traverse City, Michigan, 2 to 4 inches. Gaylord, Michigan, 2 to 4 inches. Petoskey, Michigan, 2 to 3 inches. Alpena, Michigan, 2 to 4 inches. Saginaw, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches. Bay City, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches. Flint, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches. Grand Rapids, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches. Kalamazoo, Michigan, light snow under 1 inch. Lansing, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches. Jackson, Michigan, 1 to 2 inches. Ann Arbor, Michigan, light snow under 1 inch. Detroit, Michigan, flurries under 1 inch. Monroe, Michigan, flurries. Toledo, Ohio, light snow Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning under 1 inch. Cleveland, Ohio, snow develops Tuesday evening, peaks Wednesday morning, tapers Wednesday afternoon, 1 to 3 inches, up to 5 along the immediate Lake Erie shoreline. Akron, Ohio, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday morning. Youngstown, Ohio, 1 to 3 inches. Warren, Ohio, 1 to 2 inches. Ashtabula, Ohio, 3 to 5 inches with lake enhancement. Sandusky, Ohio, 2 to 3 inches. Lorain, Ohio, 2 to 4 inches. Erie, Pennsylvania, 3 to 5 inches from lake enhancement. Meadville, Pennsylvania, 2 to 3 inches. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday morning. Wheeling, West Virginia, light snow under 1 inch. Parkersburg, West Virginia, light snow under 1 inch. Charleston, West Virginia, light snow possible, dusting. Ohio Valley and Northeast for the Clipper, Columbus, Ohio, light snow, Wednesday morning under 1 inch. Dayton, Ohio, dusting. Cincinnati, Ohio, dusting to light snow. Indianapolis, Indiana, light snow, Wednesday under 1 inch. Fort Wayne, Indiana, 1 to 2 inches. South Bend, Indiana, 1 to 2 inches. Elkhart, Indiana, 1 to 2 inches. Gary, Indiana, 1 to 2 inches. Terre Haute, Indiana, dusting. Louisville, Kentucky, dusting. Lexington, Kentucky, dusting. Buffalo, New York, 2 to 4 inches Tuesday into Wednesday with lake enhancement. Niagara Falls, New York, 2 to 3 inches. Rochester, New York, 1 to 3 inches. Syracuse, New York, 1 to 2 inches. Oswego, New York, 3 to 5 inches with lake enhancement. Watertown, New York, 2 to 4 inches. Plattsburgh, New York, 1 to 2 inches. Albany, New York, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday. Kingston, New York, 1 to 2 inches. Poughkeepsie, New York, 1 inch. New York City, dusting to 1 inch. White Plains, New York, 1 to 2 inches. Binghamton, New York, 2 to 4 inches. Elmira, New York, 2 to 3 inches. Ithaca, New York, 2 to 3 inches. Utica, New York, 2 to 3 inches. Glens Falls, New York, 1 to 2 inches. Burlington, Vermont, 1 to 2 inches Wednesday. Rutland, Vermont, 2 to 3 inches. Montpelier, Vermont, 2 to 3 inches. Stowe, Vermont, 2 to 3 inches. Brattleboro, Vermont, 2 to 3 inches. Concord, New Hampshire, 1 to 2 inches. Manchester, New Hampshire, 1 to 2 inches. Nashua, New Hampshire, 1 inch. Portsmouth, New Hampshire, under 1 inch. Keene, New Hampshire, 2 to 3 inches. Berlin, New Hampshire, 2 to 4 inches. Portland, Maine, 1 to 2 inches. Auburn, Maine, 1 to 2 inches. Lewiston, Maine, 1 to 2 inches. Augusta, Maine, 1 to 2 inches. Bangor, Maine, 2 to 3 inches. Presque Isle, Maine, 2 to 3 inches. Caribou, Maine, 3 to 4 inches. Boston, Massachusetts, 1 to 2 additional inches Wednesday. Worcester, Massachusetts, 2 to 3 inches. Springfield, Massachusetts, 2 to 3 inches. Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 3 to 4 inches. Providence, Rhode Island, dusting to 1 inch. Fall River, Massachusetts, dusting to 1 inch. New Bedford, Massachusetts, dusting to 1 inch. Barnstable, Massachusetts, dusting. Hartford, Connecticut, 1 to 2 inches. Waterbury, Connecticut, 2 to 3 inches. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 1 to 2 inches. New Haven, Connecticut, 1 to 2 inches. New London, Connecticut, 1 inch. Trenton, New Jersey, 1 to 2 inches. Atlantic City, New Jersey, under 1 inch. Now storm number 2, Thursday, February 26th through Saturday, February 28th. This is the more significant system with the severe weather risk on the southern side and the snow on the northern side. Great Plains and Midwest. Snow side. Fargo, North Dakota. Snow begins Thursday evening, heaviest Thursday night, ends Friday morning. Total 2 to 4 inches. Grand Forks, North Dakota. Same timing as Fargo, 1 to 3 inches. Minot, North Dakota, 1 to 2 inches Thursday night. Bismarck, North Dakota, 1 to 2 inches Thursday night. Aberdeen, South Dakota, 2 to 3 inches Thursday night. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 2 to 4 inches Thursday evening through Friday morning. Watertown, South Dakota, 2 to 3 inches. Pierre, South Dakota, 1 to 2 inches. inches. Rapid City, South Dakota, 1 to 2 inches Thursday. Huron, South Dakota, 2 to 3 inches. Mankato, Minnesota, 2 to 4 inches Thursday evening through Friday morning. Rochester, Minnesota, 2 to 4 inches. La Crosse, Wisconsin, 2 to 4 inches Friday. Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2 to 4 inches. St. Paul, Minnesota, 2 to 4 inches. Duluth, Minnesota, 3 to 6 inches Friday. Green Bay, Wisconsin, 2 to 4 inches Friday. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 2 to 3 inches Friday. Madison, Wisconsin, 2 to 3 inches Friday. Chicago, Illinois, northern suburbs, 1 to 3 inches Friday. City proper, 1 to 2 inches. Rockford, Illinois, 2 to 4 inches. Elgin, Illinois, 2 to 3 inches. Aurora, Illinois, 1 to 2 inches. Joliet, Illinois, 1 to 2 inches. Springfield, Illinois, 1 to 2 inches. Peoria, Illinois, 1 to 2 inches. Bloomington, Illinois, 1 to 2 inches. Champaign, Illinois, dusting to 1 inch. Decatur, Illinois, 1 inch. Quincy, Illinois, dusting to 1 inch. Des Moines, Iowa, 1 to 3 inches Thursday evening into Friday morning. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 1 to 3 inches. Iowa City, Iowa, 1 to 2 inches. Dubuque, Iowa, 2 to 4 inches. Waterloo, Iowa, 2 to 3 inches. Mason City, Iowa, 2 to 3 inches. Sioux City, Iowa, 2 to 3 inches. Omaha, Nebraska, 1 to 2 inches Thursday. Lincoln, Nebraska, 1 to 2 inches. Grand Island, Nebraska, 1 inch. North Platte, Nebraska, dust